I love pouring rain. I love the sound of it. I love the sight of it. When it's pouring rain, I pour myself a hot cup of coffee, sit on my porch, and just enjoy the view. And some people might say, Kiru, what are you, like 6 years old? I don't give a shit. I mean, you don't need to be a certain age to enjoy the beauty of nature. I love those dark clouds that form before the rain, the calmness after it, the rainbow, the birds chirping, the lightning. Oh my god, the lightning. Amazing view. Honestly, just love everything but the rain. Now you might be thinking, why are we sitting here listening to this girl rant about the things that she likes? Who the hell cares about what she likes? Now I'll tell you why I'm starting this video like this. Because I had a couple of complaints where people are like, why is she always complaining about something? Oh my god, does she not do any other videos but complain about something? Which is kind of ironic because what you're doing is complaining as well, but let's not get into that. So the reason why I point out more of the negative things over the positive things is because most people already know what's good, right? Let's take yourself for example. Now, when you look at yourself, you know that you're a nice person, you're kind, you're generous, you're caring, etc., etc. But when someone says, point out the negative things in you, most of us can't do it. Now, it's not because that we don't know it, we just don't realize it. There does come a point in your life when you start realizing all the bad traits inside of you, and you're like, oh shit, I do that. That's terrible of me. But not everybody gets to that point, and not everybody gets to that point soon enough. So that's why there are YouTubers like myself that come out and point out the negative things in people so we can actually just change for the better. You know, we're not trying to be condescending or try to be rude or anything like that. We're just trying to make a better world. That sounds very lame, but that's basically it. So this is where our video is going to stem off from. So over the weekend, I got to go to 3 different events. I went to Caravana, the Rib Fest, and Jyoti. So these are 3 different cultures, 3 different exposures, and 3 different types of behavior. What I really like doing is people watching. I don't know if it's because I'm coming from a psych background or whatnot, but I really enjoy looking and analyzing the different behaviors of different people. So this event called Caravana, it's a huge festival of the Caribbean culture and traditions. So whether it was the people that was in the parade or the people that came to the parade, there was very, very minimal clothing and lots of skin. But the thing is, nobody cared. Nobody looked at them from top to bottom. Nobody eyeballed them. Nobody gave them dirty looks. Nobody cared, right? Like they all came, had a good time, went home. Done. When I went to Jyoti, a lot of the girls were covered. A lot, not all. Because as you know, in our culture, it is the norm to be all covered up and not show too much skin. But even though these girls are all covered up, everyone stares at you from top to bottom. I walked into this event maybe like 5 minutes, there's at least 10 people staring me up and down, giving me the look. And the funny thing is, I wasn't even wearing anything short, so I don't understand. What are you looking at? So I went to Rib Fest, and Rib Fest is just like a rib cook-off kind of thing. And I would say there's majority of them are Caucasians that come to this event. But there were a lot of brown people because after all, it was Scarborough. So when I went to this event, and I was standing there for my ribs, we all stood in line, you know, a nice, decent line, like what you learned in kindergarten. Stand in line, wait for your turn. Done. Very simple, right? And then when I went to Jyoti, just went to buy some ice cream, and there was a cluster of people. There was no such thing as a lineup. No one knew what the hell a lineup meant. Just a cluster of people shoving and pushing. I was standing there for 5 minutes and I felt like I was gonna suffocate and die. And I'm like, no, I'm done with this. I can't do this. And people were like standing there waving $20 bills in the air like they're at some strip club or something. Honestly, it would take like 5 minutes just to stand in line and get your thing and get out instead of pushing and shoving and hurting people, you know? The main reason why people go to these events, whether it is Caravana, Rib Fest, Jyoti, whatever the event is, you're going there because you want to have a good time and you meet all of your old friends, people that you don't really have time for, you meet them, you say, hey, what's up, how's it going, you know, you all talk. Now here's something that I've noticed with all of the events. People are walking, alright? There's a whole bunch of people walking in both directions. You see someone that you know, and then you kind of just stop in the middle of nowhere. Start having a conversation. Hey, how's your mom? How's your dad? How's your cat? How's your fish? It's great that you care so much about their fish, but take that conversation, move it to the side, and talk there. It's because in their heads, they think the world revolves around them or something. They just stop in the middle of nowhere, plant themselves, and expect everyone else to walk around. Now, can you imagine if you had this habit on the road? Say you're driving somewhere, you see another car that you know, you kind of just stop in the middle of the road and you have a conversation with them. Meanwhile, there's like 5 cars behind you that have crashed because you think that the world revolves around you. It's kind of like what they say, old dogs, new tricks, old habits. What's that? What's that quote again? Hold on a second. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's the one. Gotta get these idioms right before I start doing a video. Does that idiom even go with this one? Okay, I don't know, whatever. The point is that you have all these small bad habits that you don't realize, which can become a big issue in the future. You know, it's really easy to stand there and point fingers at each and every person and talk about what's wrong with each and every person. But just take 1 minute of your life, just 1 minute, take that finger, point it back at you and ask yourself, what are you doing wrong? And obviously you can't change anything about yourself overnight, but realizing what your mistakes are is the first step. And when you change that behavior, you can tell other people to change the behavior, or maybe they'll notice that you've changed and probably change themselves. Because you know what my good old friend Gandhi says? It starts with one. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I do apologize that this video is a day late. I've been really busy with the 3 events clearly, and I've been barely at home, so I'm really sorry. I know it's not an excuse, but next time I will try my best to make a video every Sunday as promised. Anyways, if you liked the video, please put a thumbs up and share it. Oh, and speaking of sharing, I met a few of my viewers yesterday, which was really cool for me to like meet them in person and have a good chat and whatnot. And one of the girls that I met during my ice cream cluster lineup strip club thingy-majiggy, she was saying, hey, you have to make a video about this and I'll totally share it, so you better keep your word. But otherwise, if you guys want to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the details are below. And yeah, keep it real, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.